Gentle waters touch the shores here in northwest Seattle, but just below the surface is a situation anything but calm.
We were given this jewel to take care of, and we're not.
This is a huge concern. The whole system is a problem.
Residents across the city are worried about the catastrophic failure of King County's West Point water treatment facility on the beaches of Discovery Park. West Point serves more than 1.7 million people in the Seattle area, treating 450 million gallons of stormwater and sewage every day. But on February 9th, a series of equipment failures caused the plant to flood. During a week of heavy rain, West Point had to bypass its treatment system and dump about 300 million gallons, 4.5 Olympic swimming pools of stormwater runoff and raw sewage into Puget Sound.
We are taking that extremely seriously.
As engineers explained to the King County Council, just after 2:12 on the morning of February 9th, an electrical problem stopped 2 of the 4 effluent pumps that send treated water into Puget Sound. Just before 2:15, the 2 other pumps stopped too.
All pumps have been lost, and we are at maximum design flow.
Electrical faults can and have been fixed before at West Point, but this time, one of the plant's warning systems malfunctioned too. The clarifier tanks, which remove large contaminants before water gets to the effluent tanks, have 8 float switches inside these metal cylinders. When the water rises, they're similar to the float system on your toilet at home. The float switch is supposed to trigger an automatic stop of water inflow, but all 8 switches did not work.
Those float switches failed to perform their function, and the pumps continued to run.
So the pumps bringing wastewater into West Point kept going, even with the outflow stopped up. Water cascaded out of the clarifier tanks and into the tunnels below West Point just after 2:25 a.m.
This was 100% submerged.
Robert Waddle, Division Operations Manager, had crews scrambling to restart the effluent pumps. That did not happen, as water inundated the plant, shorting out light bulbs, motors, and ventilation mechanisms, and forcing crews to bypass the system and send untreated wastewater out to the Sound.
People should be confident that we're going to get the plant back online. It's going to perform well.
West Point is now operating at about half its usual volume, 250 million gallons of water a day. And King County says that's more than twice the capacity usually needed this time of year. The plant should be fully back online April 30th. Beaches here had to be shut down after the initial spill, but reopened 12 days later, and crews continue to monitor water quality.
And watch your step.
Yet Waddle says it's still unclear why the initial electrical problem happened. Plus, while some of the float switches were bent and not working properly, that doesn't explain why all 8 switches went out at once.
We've been investigating since day one, and you know we have a lot of answers. There's a couple we don't have.
That is frustrating to hear for neighbors of the plant.
Is this a maintenance issue? Is this a control issue? Or is this a design issue?
Many are worried that as Seattle grows, this half-century-old plant won't be able to grow with it.
I think constituents are very unsettled.
Senator Reuven Carlisle, whose 36th district includes the West Point site, says he wants the plant fully running and wants to see the results from an independent study of West Point, commissioned by the King County Council.
Then it's time to sit down and figure out what policies at the federal, state, and local level we need to move forward to have a modern 21st century public infrastructure in the wastewater area.
Waddle says equipment is constantly updated here, and the age of West Point is not the problem.
Even though it's been around for 50 years, the technology is current.
But many people in Seattle are asking for more from their water treatment facility.
We believe it's not very safe.
It all leads to some rough waters ahead, and it's up to King County to provide some clear answers.